Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Amityville Union Free School District Board of Education meeting. Today is September the 5th, 2024. The meeting is being called to order at 5:42. Currently present in open session is myself, Lisa Johnson, first Vice President Carol Seahawk, second Vice President Megan Meskin, Winnie Canestro, Caroline Fannin, Leslie Prince, and Chris Nairn, trustees. Dr. Talbot, superintendent. Ms. Olivia Watson, assistant superintendent for finance and operation. Ms. Mary Stevens, assistant superintendent for instruction. Dr. Bridget Waite, assistant superintendent for human resources, as well as attorney John Sheen. The Board of Education will be going to executive session, but we will return to open roughly around 7:30. It is now 5:43. Can I have a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of updates regarding ATA negotiation, as well as review of requests for proposals for internal, external auditors, claims auditor, as well as legal firms, and also the superintendent evaluation as well.
Do you want to amend that? What's the word in evaluation?
Just go to superintendent evaluation tool.
So moved.
Carol Seahawk is first, Winnie Canestro is second. All those in favor? Aye, motion carries 7-0. And once again, we resume open roughly around 7:30. Thank you. We're resuming open at 8:02 p.m. All right, so can I have a motion to amend the agenda to state on the backup information for agenda item 3B7, it should be 60 hours. 3B13 should be 40 hours. 3B20 should be 20 hours. 3B27, 20 hours. And 3B33, 20 hours.
Was it 3D20?
20 hours.
Not,
Maybe misspoke.
Not 20.
not 3D20.
I'm sorry, 27, sorry.
27, 3B, 33.
No, not 3B20?
No,
Okay, so-
3B,
All
27.
right, so hold on. I'll do it again. 3B7, 60 hours, 3B13, 40 hours, 3B27,
yes.
20 hours, and 3B33, 20 hours.
Motion.
Second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hold on a second. Let me just write this all down. Okay. So what were you saying to me, Dr. Talent? No,
Just a point of clarity, if I may.
go ahead.
The adjustments in the agenda is to reflect those teacher mentors who are mentoring more than one teacher. And so their hours were just adjusted to accommodate mentoring two teachers.
And also, I'm gonna ask that the agenda be updated on the website. And the minutes also,
Okay.
we talked about attaching. the
All right,
agenda
so
to the
let me
minutes.
get a vote for this,
Well, I know, but I'm asking that in the discussion portion.
but I need to discuss it.
We just had a motion, we had a second, it's discussion and then.
Okay, I'm sorry. Amend the agenda for 3B7, 3B13.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
asking if the
go ahead.
actual agenda can be amended, or something put up there with the agenda when you go back in the minutes to
Okay.
reflect that.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 7-0. Can I have a motion for agenda item 3A1, please?
So moved.
Second. Carol Seahawk is first, Leslie Prince is second. Any discussion or questions on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye, motion carries 7-0. Can I have a motion for agenda item 3B1, please?
Motion.
Chris Nairn is first,
Second.
Winnie Canestro is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 7-0. Can I have a motion to withdraw agenda item 3B2?
Motion.
Second.
Winnie Canestro is first. Chris Nairn is second. This person withdrew from the position. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 7-0. From agenda items 3B3 to 3B35, can I do them all together?
Yes.
Have a motion for agenda item 3B3 to 3B35?
So moved.
Second.
Carol Seahawk is first, Chris Neer is second. Any discussion on these agenda items?
Yes, I'd like to just discuss it a little bit. We had asked for and received clarification. That the mentorships for the second and third year, although not required by the state, are in the professional learning plan, which was a 2-year plan, which is will be at the end of completion at the end of this school year. So it's something that will be considered in the upcoming professional learning plan that Ms. Stevens is gonna be working on. So I just wanted to note that because although it's not required by the state and it was discussion because it could have potentially been a cost savings to not proceed with the second and third year mentorships. It's in our current professional learning plan, which we must follow for this school year.
That consideration would obviously have to be by the entire board of education to discuss and analyze and research the value of second and third.
Yes, I think, and we also discussed just like getting a better understanding of the effectiveness of this program and monitoring and making sure more closely that how it's implemented and the feedback from the mentor pairs. So, yes, I agree. It would be a discussion.
Yes,
Yeah, and just to add on that, so state ed's requirement is just a first year mentor is the requirement. After that, it is, it was up. We decided to add these 2 other years. So that's something that we could discuss later on. The other question I have is what plan is in place to monitor the meeting dates and ensure accountability in these roles and provide an electronic record?
Right, so
That's
that's
without the tower.
a question, and I guess the thing is, being that this question is first coming forward here tonight, she can attempt to answer if she's able to find the information she can, if not, she'll give it back to us. Go ahead, Madam Tal.
So one of the persons who would be approved tonight is the mentor coordinator who works closely with the assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction. There has been some preliminary work around some guidelines. I wouldn't really call it a handbook, but it's some guiding points that would give mentors support in terms of mentoring their mentees and providing accountability for checks and balances as this process walks itself out. And our assistant superintendent will be working closely with the coordinator to implement some of those processes.
And the reason why I just bring this up is like, we do have, we've had some challenges in the past, when we're looking for meeting dates or minutes or anything like that, there hasn't been any records. So my hope is that the district, moving forward, will create, the electronically also preferred, so that it's easily accessible, so that we can, just have accountability in the roles and the committees, all of our committees going forward. Who's showing up. So working to have that. I think they meet once a month. How often do they meet?
Well, it's based on the number of hours,
Hours,
so
yeah.
it could end up being weekly or every week and a half for
Okay,
some of the
understood.
newer teachers, and then spread out a little more as they have more experience.
For the other years. Okay, and I think I had asked this, how many first year teachers we had in the district, untenured first year teachers?
Dr. Wade?
We came up with
So 20.
untenured 22.
But with first year teaching ever, because this program is for first year mentors, so it's just for. Is that what this is? Because it says first year mentors, just for the first year teaching. And on state ed, it states that if you have 2 years experience or more, then this is not required for them.
So I think that this is a really, I appreciate the discussion that's taken place. And I think as we move forward to look at the plan for next year, that will be part of the discussion for plan for next year. What you're asking about right now these individuals are already being voted on, will be voted on just a few minutes, and whether or not we're gonna approve them, so that it's already in the plan, so as we move forward, that's the discussion that can take place as we move forward. If the board desires.
Yeah,
You
I
see
think you're confusing my question,
Oh, yeah.
maybe, yeah, I think so, because I had asked, and I previously asked, I think Dr. Talbot, how many untenured first year teachers we have, because that's the requirement with state ed. So here it looks like there's just 4. So state ed states that the first year is mandated for teacher mentors.
What, can I just,
Not really what we're voting on now.
No, I understand we're voting on all of it, and I'm not opposing any of it, I'm gonna vote for it, I just want clarity, because I think it's important for the community to understand.
to understand how many teachers who are first year in our district, but maybe a second or third year teacher, is that what you're asking?
No, all I'm doing is trying to provide transparency to the community to understand what the state requirement is, which is different than what we're doing here, which, we've decided to go beyond that, above that. And
Right,
there's,
because that was something that we felt that we needed in our
and
district.
right, and to Megan's point, there could have been a cost savings, but, we are tied to the professional learning.
Exactly.
Right, and I think that, at that point in time when this was done, we felt that this was something that was needed for our teachers, and that's why we as the board that was here before, and currently here now, at the time agreed to that professional plan. To provide support for our teachers, so therefore they could be successful in what they were doing. So to answer, do you have a question? Do you have an answer to the question in terms of how many first year students, first year teachers, just in general, not, first time ever walking through the door in front of a classroom, that's what she's asking.
Not an Amityville, but it would appear it would be 4, right?
Yes,
This is the
right.
first year, Right,
And
so I
with
just
2 are
want,
missing from this.
right, it's really just to have the conversation in
Yeah.
public so that the community can understand. Okay,
First year in Amityville.
right, understood, okay, we wish them luck.
All right, any other discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 7-0. At this point in time, the Board of Education is gonna go back into executive session for request for proposals as well as superintendent evaluation process.